Hi all, welcome back to More Skies Above Britain. This is going to be my Chapter 2, Patrol 4, Part 1. Yeah, I think that's right. Oh, okay, I'm good to go. I've got the vector markers. I wanted to get this kicked off kind of quick. I've got all my pilots up there. I've got loads of veterans. This section's full of veterans. So yeah, only 2 green pilots. We just had the right amount of gain. So it wasn't that we were plentiful. So you still need to watch for that, I guess. And then I've updated, so the roster, everybody that's flying this patrol is going to be shown in this box here. There's Every, for instance, there is in that box. So we should have 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That's right. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's all we need, and I'm ready for Chapter 2, Patrol 4. Nothing marked in there. We do need just one more. 2, 4, 6, 7. We've got 7 escort kills. You get 1 victory point for every 4. We've already credited ourselves for the first 4. So one more escort would give us a victory point. We're sitting on 29 points for this chapter. We only need 31, I wanted to say, for a success. But we're wanting, what was it again? Excellent. We're wanting more excellent. So let's do it. Right, I'll leave that down there. So, good to go. Set the vectors up. So, squadron formation. I've not got our aircraft out. Hang on. Right, got our squadron set up now. So, dice roll for our squadron. 1 to 6 is deep, 7 to 11 middle, 12 is coast. So the higher the better. 8, well, that's going to be middle, I think. Yeah, it is. So we're in the middle again. Mind you, we were in the deep the last time and we got in. But it's, well, I think slightly better chance with the fact you've only got 1 vector marker here, but it could still be that it happens and you don't have a chance. I think that's right. Right, so we've got the sun to roll for, so it's a 1 to 8. There will be some sun. It's 11. Ooh, so that is going to be, that's the highest one. Clouds, no sun. So that's clouds. That's not good. That's not good. So no sun, cloud in the clouds box, and we don't use the sun marker. We've still got the red marker there. Yeah, so that's a bad thing. So that's what we want from our vector markers, I think, to brighten the weather up. Okay, pilots, we don't do escort stations, we don't do bomb, and that affects when these come out as well, so we need to watch that as well. And it affects a few die rolls, gives modifiers and things like that. Okay, what am I doing here? I don't think these should be sitting like that. It looks like I'm making, I don't really need that optionals booklet anyway. I'm going to put that over here instead, actually. Right. So let's get going. I've shuffled up all the decks, fuels reset, nobody in the hospital to check. The bomber decks have been shuffled, but we don't know. Oh, oops. What was that? Oh, not sure which one we're going to use. I'm going to be using the cards again, so let's get going. Right, so first card is to reveal. So red marker's not in play. Yeah, you don't need to keep reading through it, Grant. Well, I kind of do. Just to keep myself straight. Yeah, it's not in play yet. Reveal the rightmost space of the track one at a time. There's only one in this, so let's go. Are we good? Done the weather. Done the squadron. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, although we're getting measures. I was thinking we might, if we're in the deep, that turns into a straggler, doesn't it? But we're not. However, we are going to get the turn point, which is card 7. Right, so because there's no sun. Yeah, so visible is now clear. Yeah, it's quite hard to end up with the clouds in, isn't it? I mean, okay, that if that didn't turn up there, we would still have clouds, Grant. That's as simple as that. I think we've been, whether been lucky or but there's more chance in not having the clouds. However, we are. What are we? Is it August? I suppose the actual chapter 2's in. Glance back at that again. Chapter 1 started the 10th of July to the 10th of August. I mean, yeah, in the UK is not great for its weather, but they are the better months for it to maybe stay cloudless. And then chapter 2's 11th of August to the 18th of August, which is still going to be. However, just glancing at chapter 3 is the 19th of August to 6th of September, and then 4 is 7th of September to 1st of October. So my guess is that certainly for the 4th patrol it might be a bit harder to get. Possible that you maybe remove some of these. It might be the case. I don't know. I'm thinking ahead to. I would think that the weather might be, because this just says if you get this icon, it would turn it clear, wouldn't it? I'm wondering if maybe some of these might get removed. Maybe not. So, visible is now clear in the sun's position as we're going to roll on this. I don't know if it matters where we go. We've got a 6, which is 4 to 6 is the tail. So the sun is going in the tail high position, covering the tail. Covering the high station and covering the tail position. Okay, that was that done. We now go back to card 1, and well, card 1 is then going to tell us to go to card 2, which is Messerschmitts. And the red marker or the scoring marker is not in the deep zone, so it's going to happen. So it's a section at random. Yeah, 109s. Attacked by 109s, and the section has to spend a fuel. Okay, so section at random, this is 1 to 3, etc. We've got a 12, so it's going to be blue section. He's one of the ones with the green pilot, 2 veterans, 1 with the ace, lucky strike. Right, so blue section's got to spend the fuel. So that's that done. And we're going to get a Luftwaffe advantage card. Target in blue section. We get tailed by a Rota. Hun in the sun, clear haze only. If escort station. This is Messerschmitts. Yeah, this works. Well, that's the downside to us getting the sun. We wanted it, but there you go. Maybe we didn't. Clear or haze only. It is clear. If escort station, it must be in the sun. Well, but it's not. It's a Messerschmitts, and still Grant has to go and glance at this in the real big. Hun in the sun. Messerschmitts ambush, however, the condition, yeah, it doesn't matter. The event applies if there's sun anywhere. This event is applying. As you knew it was, Grant. So, tailed by a Rota, or 109s. However, we add a Rota head on. It's not as bad as it maybe could have been. So, both 109s. I'm just going to use the display up here. I think that's fine. So, yeah, that's the Luftwaffe advantage. Right, so dogfight. Remember, if we go more than one dogfight round, things go lost contact, and that kind of means that they're out of the equation, because when we make contact, anything that's lost contact returns to base. So, yeah, just not one of the issues that I have is my battery is quite low. I never really had the chance to charge it, so. Yeah, managed to plug it in there, but it'll restrict my moving about. So, So head-on combat first. Rota. Rota 1 and 9's against the section, so head-on and tailing card. Here we go. Head-on. 109's against a section. That's pretty good. So somebody gets a kill, which is nice because that's going to give us a victory point. The Rota's going to vanish and somebody goes low ammo. That's right, innit? Remember, we want this to finish, and that means we're not taking a hit as well, so we can manoeuvre. Which I think will be the evade, because I don't want to go lost contact. So, well, a damage, a vanish, and a low ammo. So we shoot one of these down first. I'll randomly select who does that. We'll get the vanish done, so that's out of the way, and we'll randomly select. Yeah, I can't really move the camera further across, so I've got this plugged in. So let's randomly select who's got the kill. Here, 1 to 4 is blue 3, and then etc. Right, 11, that's going to be blue 2 gets the kill. And then let's roll for the low ammo as well. 7 is going to be blue leader gets the low ammo. So I'll try and keep these. Right, so he gets the low ammo, blue leader. Blue 2 gets the kill. Blue 2 is H Hall, I think it is. So let me clock that up. Hall's got an escort kill. That's his first. Actually his first kill. Well, he was the guy that started as an ace. That's actually his first kill. Escorts, and I'll put that in on the escort on the back on the squadron log. I won't chalk up that will count as a victory point because that's that's the eighth kill, which gives us another victory point. And yeah, that's that for now. So that's that, isn't it? Low ammo, vanish, damage. Right, okay. So that was a head on. Now we have tail maneuver. So I mean, although we could do things here, slip means that we're going to break off an independent fighter, which is going to become lost contact, isn't it? Or, hang on. Actually, I'm confused by that. I don't know. If we break somebody off and he's still here and and we can manage it in the one round, does he become lost contact? Thing is, he's independent. I think he does, doesn't he? That feels like a bit of a daft one. You seem to be struggling with the Grant. So yeah, well, we could slip, we could turn. We don't need to kill here. I think evade. I mean, you've got that L option as well if it goes wrong, where you can loose off one of the fighters, and this happens at the end. I think we can loose off one of the fighters, and if there's something left, it'll just go after that, and it'll become lost contact, and the other two of the section will stay intact. So I think that's what we need. But hopefully we can shake the Rota right off. I think. And remember also, we do have Hall and Brown with a veteran ability to possibly use, what was it, follow my lead when tailed in a dogfight, cancel an icon, resulting dogfight card, pilot must be an independent RF fighter, or be section leader. Well that would have to be Brown that uses it then. Okay, yeah, I wasn't remembering that, but there you go. Right, so we're gonna do evade then. So let me just zoom in there, and we'll do an evade. So now we do our tailed combat. We're gonna draw 2 tailed cards. This is a section. against 109s. Probably zoom out again and look at these. Section against 109s. There's a lot going on here. Oh dear me. That's not very great looking, is it? Yeah. So 109 section, so it's either this one or this one. Remember, we didn't do a turn or a slip, so our options are 2 hits, a fuel and a reduction, or 2 hits and a loose. Oh my. That's kind of rough. Well, you would think this is going to be the better one, because at least you're definitely going to get rid of the. I mean, this being loose. Yeah, and the fuel you don't sort of mind so much. I'm just wondering now though. We've got 2. Well, of course, these are randomly assigned, aren't they? I'm pretty sure it's this one that we're using then. So let's leave that there and chuck the other one. Because the reduction and then the auto reduction for the evade is going to at least get rid of that and avoid us going into round 2. Okay, I'm gonna do the fuel. So it was blue section. Well, that's another fuel they've just spent on it. Right. Okay. Don't mind. Well, it could. Sorry. That's because I've got this plugged in, but. You know what? I'm going to take it off just now. I think we're probably okay. I always seem to have plenty left. It just looks like it's about to run out. Right, so that's a fuel dealt with. But we do have. Bring the card up here a bit. Well, we've got 2 hits and a reduce. Well, we can deal with that. So we can reduce that, and then we know that it's going to automatically reduce at the end of this. So can't we just take that away? Yeah, we can, can't we? Yeah, there's not a problem with that, though. I think that's what's going to happen. We've got 2 hits to dish out. Now we do have 2 veterans. Now, no, it's just the Lucky Charm, isn't it? Well, no, you've got Stay Trim. So veteran section with a green pilot. It saves that green pilot from 1 result and an advantage. That specifically affects a green pilot. That's not going to work then, because these are hits. These aren't return fires. Okay, well, we've got to decide who's getting the 2 hats, and we can draw them. Yeah, the benefit is... No, hold on, stop. Follow my lead, Grant. When tailed in a dogfight, cancel an icon result on a dogfight card. The pilot must be an independent RAF fighter or B-section leader, and the manoeuvre must be evade. Yeah, we're doing that. We've got plenty of veterans anyway. And I know maybe... Some people maybe saying I did say I was going to look at the pluck thing that I think Stu was referencing. So if you use pluck to do an interception or a suppress escort check, actually, okay, that's important too. The pilot, in interception, it says the pilot must be the leader of a section. This may be used when attempting an intercept escort or intercept bomber. Add +1 to the die roll. And this is a one you can add them all up. Suppress escort, check after completing a dogfight. Add +1 to the die roll. The pilot must be section leader, must have been involved in the dogfight. If more than one section was involved, it's only suppress escort that can add them all. Oh, hang on. Right, I'm not sure there. The explanation where you can add them up is just talking about suppressing the escorts. So I don't know if you can add more than one up when you're doing the interception. Pilot must be the leader of a section. This may be used when attempting an intercept escort or intercept bomber's action. Add +1 to the die roll. No, I think it's only. I think you can only add them up for the suppress escort. Okay, well, I mean, I think this is quite important here to do. Now, obviously, I need to decide I'm doing this just now. Cancel this icon. This, you know, we don't get to look at the hit marker with this one before. Well, certainly doesn't say that, and we got a description. Well, an explanation of how the what was the one I was asking about, or well, Stu went and asked the question. It was to cancel a damage marker, wasn't it? Yeah, no, I was using the lucky charm. Cancel an icon. Yeah, but it only says you get to look at hit and return fire markers. And there's no mention of looking at hit and return fire markers here while we're using this follow my lead. So I have to actually cancel it now, or I think we should though. Yeah, because I mean it might mean the guy. Yeah, I'm doing it. So it has to be Brown that does it because he's the leader, section leader. So we're going to use his veteran privilege for follow my lead to cancel one of the. Here's a little thing. Could I have seen who was getting the hat before I decided that, made that choice? When tailed in a dogfight, cancel an icon, result in a dogfight card. The way it's worded, it sort of just says you've got to cancel the icon, so we've not decided who's getting the hit yet. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a sort of picky sort of question, isn't it? Like, I could randomise number 1 hit there and it turns out to be Green Pilot, and randomise number 2, it turns out to be Hall, and then I cancel. Then once I've seen who's getting them, I can cancel which one. Doesn't really go into the detail of that in the thing, so I'm just going to say we're going to cancel one of these. I think that's the intent, and this one hit has to be randomised between the 3 of us. Okay, so we're randomising 1 to 4. It's going to be 3, 5 to 8 is the leader, and yeah, to see who. And I suppose Hall, we kind of 9 to 12 would allow us to use these what do you call it? Yeah, right. Let's just roll. Well, it's going to be him. So 10 to 12 is going to be blue 2, which is Hall. So yeah, and that's all we've got to resolve now. We've cancelled the other hat, so we've got a hat to draw for Hall. Well, for blue 2. He's a veteran pilot with a lucky charm, so he could potentially cancel this. Now, the fact he's a veteran pilot himself, yeah, no, you can't do nothing there. Yeah, he can pluck himself out of a little bit trouble if he has to get in it. So blue 2, we're going to draw a hat, but we do have the potential to use his lucky charm and cancel it. And we get to look at this one first. This is the one that you do get to have a look at, right? So it's not a return fire; it's just a straight up hat. Oh, it's only a 6 to the wing. I say it only. The wing, let's say, wasn't great. Now raid marker's not on the track yet as well, so we're not over the channel. Wing isn't a bad one to be over the channel anyway. It's an 8 to 12. He's going to be veteran, so he's not going to have the Green Pilot stuff. 8 to 12. It's an 8 plus 10 to be out. Yeah, I mean, 1 to 3 territory for a KIA though, so it's not. I think I might leave that. Thing is now though, if we don't roll a 6 and he goes away, and that's him, done. So yeah, it's a gamble, innit? It's a gamble. We can take that 6 away and move on, and then that's him used up his lucky charm. Or we can take a chance and roll a dice, and he keeps his lucky charm for another day. Yeah, well, either get it right or get it wrong, but it's a dice roll, isn't it? It's 50-50 as well. It's a 6. Just looking there, he needs to be section leader to have the pluck apply to the interception, or right. That's right. No, it can still add up, Yeah, and the suppressed escort must be section leader as well. And Hall's not a section leader. So there's no point keeping the privilege for that. I think we should just use this actually. No, hang on. It's not the veteran privilege I'm using, is it? It's his lucky charm, lucky strike, lucky charm. Yeah. So it's that. Yeah, so he's going to keep his own. Yeah, I think I'm going to use it actually. Tempted to roll a dice to see, but let's not do that. So I'm going to take that off, and I'm just going to put on the aircraft again. I think I've done that the last time, to say that he's used the lucky charm, because I can't turn him upside down because he's still got his veteran ability, and I'm going to cancel that hit. Okay, it's done. We've done it. It does definitely keep the section intact, the full 3 aircraft, and that's the Messerschmitt's done, isn't it? We resolved that in 1 dogfight round. There's no tailing combat, there's no hit checks to make, and we're done. We resume. So all that we got was a low ammo there. Well, and he used this thing. Right, hang on. Right, so it was on pause there for a bit. I think we done with that, didn't we? Resolved that. That was Messerschmitt's. We did use our lucky strike, and John Brown used his veteran privilege. Yeah, a couple of comments come in there. Tim reckons that for the pluck, it says add +1 to a die roll. So you know how I was talking about, I was querying the fact that can it be used for this die roll and this die roll? They're both in the fate box. Now he reckons it just says for 1 die roll, so you'd only be able to allow to use that once. I was going to, I think he's right. I was going to maybe look into that a little further to see, but I think if it was the case, there would be more detail there. It would explain it more, that it could be used, more than once in the fate check, for each die roll. But I don't know. I think the fact that it's probably not going to matter, is it? Because you're going to roll. If you're going to roll, you get to see the roll first, don't you? And then you use it. It could matter. Let's just say we rolled. No. Let's just say you didn't want to catch fire. Let's just say that engine fate box up the top there. Now let's just say that we rolled a 7. We wanted to use it to get a crash result instead. So we've used a +1 to that. And then we came down to here. And then let's just say we rolled a 7 again. Then if we had the ability to add it again, obviously it would give a +1 to there. It's probably unlikely that, and yeah, the fact it does say +1 to 1 die roll, that's how it was written in the rules, so that's how you should take it, really. I did ponder on going and asking the question and looking further into it, but I think we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so done there. Oh yeah, the other thing he mentioned, which sounded like quite a good idea, and I think this is what he means, that every fourth tally of his escorts, he circles it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think that's what he means by circling that one. No, is it 4? Yeah. So circle that one. I don't want to circle this one just now though, because that's giving me my next mark. But I suppose then we look from the circle 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll leave that just now, but what I will do is I'll circle that at the end. I think that's what he's meaning. Sounds like a good way of keeping track of it anyway. I'm not, again, once I'll get around to watching more of your videos, I'm sure I'll see all this in action. I thought I might have a chance over the next couple of days, but I'm actually putting a bit of footage together here again, and yeah, that's fine. I'll get around to it. So back here we've done the Messerschmitts. And then, then that's that done, isn't it? If all markers on the space have been revealed, go to card 9, fuel step. So we don't have any raid action yet, as of yet. We go to card 9, which is to spend some fuel. So red, green and yellow move along just the one, blue's moving on a little bit, which is fine. Yeah, we realise how the fuel works now. Contact we cannot do because the raid marker's not yet in play, so now we will move on to our vector. So we can move adjacent, we can move, change altitude and spend the fuel, which is probably what we'll do again, I guess. You want to be at high altitude to be able to do the tally-ho, don't you? And I'm better being in here than in there, and I can move back. I found out I can move back again, so I think it's a no-brainer, this. So we're going to move into the coast section. There's still 2 vector markers there, and move to high altitude, which is going to cost us another fuel to do the both of these things. There we go. So yeah, let's just move on. And there's no escort stations on the map. We did work out how that could actually happen. No, you don't move on to orders grant. So we move back to card 1 again, and yeah, again we're going to reveal. So now we're going to reveal the next set. Right, we do get a raid. It's a straight up raid. So well, let's go to the card 5A. So 5A. Raid marker's not yet in play, puts the raid marker in the vector marker space. So again, nicely it's avoiding the channel, which is good. Visibility is clear, road, I place escort station markers, and then we go back to card 1. Yeah, that's all it allows us to do. But now we can make contact and everything's hunky-dory actually. That's good, isn't it? So yeah, the sun bit only happens if the bombers release their ordnance. 53. Because there's 2 cards for that. No raid marker there. Yeah, it's only when there's a raid marker that we move on and change the sun then. Yeah, that is. Well, hold on. No. Then ordnance was released and the raid marker is now in the turn space. No, hold on. Yeah, no, it is when the raid marker is already in raid track. The bombers release their ordnance, then you move it along the turn track, and then you move the sun. So that has been done right. I just started to doubt myself there for a minute. So raid marker's in play. Visibility is clear, so we're going to place the escort station markers, and then we're going to go back to card 1. Yeah, and it's not going to move on and mess with the sun and all that. So yeah, escort station markers. for chapter 2. Right, here we are. So yeah, I thought the last one we got was slightly better than the one before, and that was a 6 we rolled, and the one before was a 7, so I don't know, a bit of a mixed bag maybe. But then some of these are 110s. So let's just see what we get, and we'll look. 4, right, that's down the list a bit. 3 to 4, so high 109s heavy, starboard 109s. See, that doesn't feel like it's any better or worse than what we've had. I mean, well, as the high station, I suppose if you roll above a 6, you're avoiding the high station. So there's that. So we've got high 109s heavy and starboard 109s. These are not heavy. Like that. And this high station's in the sun as well at the moment. So not so great. Not so great. Okay. So then we were going to go back to card 1. Well, this is done, so that's all it had on it. But we are going to reveal that next marker. Oh yeah, they could drop the bombs right here, and that's it. So there's still a chance of it happening here. Right, well, there's nothing we can do about it. If it's there, it's there. Oh, and it is. Look at that. What a blow! What a blow! So nothing we can do about that at all, is there? Because there's no flak. Well, see, this is something that probably has happened to a lot of you out there that have played this, and it's never happened to me once, is it? Or was there a time that I got 3 points? Did that happen to me and I never got at them? It might have been. Anyway, so 5A reveal, if the raid marker is not yet in play, if the raid marker is already on the raid track, the bombers release ordnance, see card 5B. So that's what's happening here, and we may well be sitting at a high position in the same zone, but it's not going to matter a jot. When bombers release ordnance, move the raid marker along the curving arrow to the turn space, so that's done. And remove all inbound vector markers from the track, including this one. Randomly draw outbound vector markers, place one in each box in the outbound row of the raid track. I think I'll do that this time. And then if the sun is on, the intercepts from that row and die check for a new location. Well, that might be a good thing for us, to be honest. So all these go away, and we need to get 3 outbound vector markers, which I will randomly select from this bunch of, I think there's 12 of them. I might as well put them out this time, because I'm certainly not going home with 0 points, if I can help it anyway. I'm going to be trying. So we're going to have to go after bombers here. So let's just double check this. 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, there is. So we're going to have, let's move that out of the way just now, that one, we're going to have that one, and we're going to have that one. These were all drawn randomly. I'll put the others back. Yeah, right, and then we're going to move the sun, aren't we? So it's in the tail high. So it's in the tail position, so it's either going to go nose or starboard, so we want it to go nose, don't we? It's in tail, so we kind of want an even die roll here. Even it's going nose, because odd it's going to go starboard. And that is a 6, so that is even. Good. So it's going to go nose, which I didn't want to starboard because there's a station there as well, obviously. And then the reveal step is ended. Go to card 9, fuel step. Yeah, we've placed our outbound markers. Yeah, so back to fuel again. Whoops. Right, what are you doing, Brown? pennies next, right? Okay. So yeah, fuel. So we spend more fuel. And kind of running short of time and battery, and yeah, we'll wrap this up shortly. So contact is next. If the raid marker is not in, right, if the raid marker is on the raid track, you may perform contact. Now we are in the same zone still, aren't we? Yeah, because he's going up that track. Yeah, it says coast in the box there, so that is coast. So we are in the same zone. We're at high altitude. But remember, we're getting no isolation points. Yeah, but I think I've got to do this, haven't I? Yeah, and we could split things up here depending on what we roll, but I'm not sure what we're doing here. We do need to still get at the bombers, so right. Well, let's go looking for what it's this here, isn't it? We're gonna make contact anyway. I mean, there's no point in not doing that. We're in the same zone. We're at high altitude. We're the best we're gonna get. So we're getting a +1 to this because we're at high. There's no clouds, so we're getting a +1. The higher the better, obviously. Where's the sun? The sun's in nose high anyway, isn't it? That's a bummer. That means we need the 10 or more this time to get at the sun, don't we? Yeah. Right, well, we've got a +1, so let's just roll high, Grant. And there's nothing to worry about. With a +1. Ugh, yuck. 6. 5 + 1 is 6. It's the middle one. It's not the worst of the bunch, but yeah, we really wanted this. So we've got a flank low result, or spend the fuel, flank high, or nose low. Well, yeah, I mean, flank high might, but I mean, we've got the heavy 109s in the high station again, aren't we? And what's the position? Is it not nose that's better for them? Does nose low help us at all? Yeah, just looking at going after bombers again. And nose low gives you that horrible. Hey, hold on. Well, it's not so important, that one this time, is it? Anyway, if we're in nose low, which is, we're spending a fuel to get there, that's one of the ones, but I'm just thinking that's the one that's better against the high stations. So 109s would only be a 5 there, but what's the other one we've got? Port. Starboard port's an 8. Ugh. That's probably the best we're going to get, though. Other options are flank low, which is the default one, or flank high and spend the fuel. Flank low, it's going to be an 11 against the high station, or if we manage to do something about that, we go the port side, we're going to get a 5. And flank high, which is the spend the fuel one, is a 10 or a 4 or a 4, because we go the other side. Yeah, it's kind of rubbish, isn't it? That's a fact. This is probably the better one, but I mean, maybe we need to think about going after escorts here. Okay, so looks like a tough patrol for us, this one. This is patrol 4. Still got 5 and 6 to come after this, so I'm sure everything will work out. But yeah, I think because I've got these, I need to go through things and study what I'm going to do here. And there's not much battery left, and I've not much time left, so I think I'll just cut this as a short part. So we are, well, hang on, no, I've rolled this dice, haven't I? I think I left things here once before though. So we rolled it's a 5 in the dice with a +1, it's a 6. So that's where we're sitting with a choice of flank low or spend a few, go flank high or nose low. Yeah, and I need to work out if it's worthwhile going after. I think if we don't go after escorts, I'm going to have to come in at nose low, because that's the best chance of getting at the bombers with an 8 roll, I think it was. And we do get a re-roll on that. So, but that's the best we've got. And we don't get the, although I'm saying the disruption bonus isn't so important to be, you know, it's not so bad for us. It's still, we've got to disrupt them to get better chances of destroying bombers, haven't we? So it's not really, even though we're not getting points for isolating the tiles, it's still, you need to get at them that way and whittle them down a little bit, and that's the best way to do it, isn't it? So, it might be better maybe just chucking one section at the heavy 109s and going flank high, which would be easy going if we take it out, like, but then it's a heavy one. And if you're only going one section, I'm going to need an 8 to suppress only, unless we can get a fighter kill, and then, but then we're only talking about 3 aircraft for that. But I'm going to need, you know, I'm going to need at least 9 aircraft to go in and get some points, I think. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to leave that until another day then. That'll be me for tonight. I'm pretty sure it will be. I think it's Highland White will get back tonight. So tomorrow night I'll get a little shot. I'm working not as early tomorrow, and then I'm moving on to a back shift on the Monday, so I'll be able to stay up a little bit later tomorrow. Right, okay, I'll be back with the next part soon. Cheers.